If you did not follow the first tutorial and do not have a character drawn, all you need to do is simply click the link on the right to download the Anime Studio file I used in the last tutorial. Welcome to the next part of the character creation tutorial in Anime Studio. Where we left off last time, we'd just finished drawing the character with the basic points, and now we're ready to colour him in. Okay, to start off we're going to be using these tools over here. Some of them you can't use at the moment, so we're going to use this tool here, which is Create Shape, or you can just press the U button. Now, to create a shape you need to select all the points that are in it, and need to make sure that all the points are joined up. Hopefully if you followed the first part of the tutorial correct, they'll all be joined up. Let's start with this arm. Now, we could select all the points holding Shift, and then we'd have all the points, or you could simply click on one of the lines of the shape and it selects it all for you. Either way, you need to make sure that the whole arm is red and white checkered. Once you have that, go over here where there's the colours and click on it. It will bring up this box here and you need to choose the colour that you want. Here you've got reds. We can move this slider, change the colours. We're going to change it to a kind of yellowy colour. And there's our skin tone. Now all we need to do, now that we've made sure it's red and checkered, we've made sure we've selected the colour that we want, just hit the spacebar. And there it is coloured in. Do the same with the other arm. Click on one of the lines, select it all, spacebar. Now we have two of the arms coloured in, and you can check this by pressing Ctrl R, which brings up the render screen. And you can see that so far we've got the arms. We want more, so we're going to have to select something else. Let's move on to the shoulders. Click on it. Change the colour. Hit space. Same with the other arm. And hit space. We want the same colour with the actual t-shirt, so do that and hit space. So now we have the t-shirt and the arms. Going to move on to the shorts. So click that, and this time we're going to make it a slightly darker colour. Just to make it different, hit space. Do the same with the other one. Now you notice the problem here is that the shorts are in front of the body, and we don't actually want that because it doesn't look right. So to make them behind it, you go to the Fill tools and click Select Shape. Then simply click on the shape or the colour that you want to change, and it will go checkered. Then use this down arrow to make it go underneath. You may need to click it a couple of times to get it to go down enough. So there we go. We have the t-shirt and the shorts. When you're colouring in, you may want to render constantly just to check that you're getting it right. This next part is the legs. It's very simple. We've already done that. But instead of colouring them in individually, how about we colour them in at the same time? So all you need to do, click the line of one, then hold down Shift, and click the line of the other. Now we need to get our colour back. We could go up here, or we can go down here to the swatches, and just click that colour. And hit space. Now they're already in front of the shorts, which is wrong. So we're going to have to lower that by pressing this down button. There we go, now it's under the shorts. The only downside with colouring two things at the same time is if they go over each other, they cancel each other out. So the legs are now over each other and you can't see anything. Sometimes you may want this effect, but most of the time you won't, so it's always good to colour in things individually. Now we'll do the shoes the same way we've done the legs. And the swatches hasn't got our colour, so we'll go here and just turn it to black and hit space. Okay, now so far we have the body, the shorts, and the feet and the arms. Now we're going to move on to the face. Okay. Now we're going to be colouring in the face. Now the important thing with the face is just be very careful when colouring it in, because otherwise the eyelids may go over the pupils when you try and make them blink or do another action like that. Now, we can colour in the neck already, because we know how to do that. So we'll select the colour. Space. Now, we can't just colour in the face though, because let's colour that in. And then we'll colour in the eyes. And then the pupils. Which looks alright at the moment, but if you try and make them blink, as I said before, their pupils are too high. And we don't want that happening. There's a much better way to deal with it. Let's undo that. Instead of just colouring in the face, select the eye sockets as well. So now you can see it's like a mask, which is good because now we can pull the mask over the eyelids. So let's press space. Oops, black. There. And then we colour in the eye white. And we make sure we press down a couple of times to make sure it's underneath the face. So when we blink, it closes. And we'll do the same with the pupils. And make sure they go down a bit. Don't go too far, otherwise they go underneath the eye white. There we go, and then we can make it blink. And the eye disappears. Which is the effect we wanted to create. We can do the same with the nose, just hit space. Click on that, hit space. Now's the hair. Hopefully if you drew it right, you should just be able to click on it. And then you choose the colour that you want. And you hit space. So there we go, we have a basic person coloured in. It's very simple, and it's quite far away from what we wanted to create. So next we're going to have to move on to shape effects.